Jai Gurudev. Today we will listen to the next line of Hanuman Chalisa. Yug Shahastra Yojan par Bhanu liyo tahi madur fal janu. We have discussed this, but now it is the time to break all the myths. Yug means 2, Shahastra means 1,000, Yojan means miles. Par Bhanu means there the sun is there. Liyo tahi madur fal janu. You thought of it as a sweet fruit and you jumped and you swallowed it. So I see messages going around that Tulsi Das ji knew the exact distance from earth to the sun. He said Yug matlab 12 means 12. Yojan means Shahasra means 1,000 and Yojan means something lakh or something multiplied by this, at this distance is the sun. No, it's a wrong translation, it's a wrong interpretation, and it is not in Sanskrit, it is in local Vrajurasha. Understand it and then forward anything. People keep forwarding. If you get one message, then you get 50 same messages from 50 people on different groups and individual chat. See Guruji, Tulsidas. Tulsidas just meant to say that the sun which is very far off, you took that sun, you considered that sun as a sweet food, like we have spoken about. That mother said that that which glows is a ripe fruit and you must only eat that. So you thought of it as a fruit and you jumped and you swallowed it. Now the second myth is that how can you swallow a sun? You will not get burned off. In one of the movies, one actor, he burnt a matchstick and he put it off by touching it to his tongue. I've seen many people, they put kapoor in their mouth and they burn the kapoor and they close their mouth. They swallow the fire. They keep a kapoor on their tongue and they take it inside and it gets extinguished. So they have this power. No, it's no power. My uncle, maternal uncle, used to do this. He used to burn a matchstick and put it off with his hand. He would burn a cigarette and put it off with his hand. And if he had nowhere to switch off his cigarette, he would switch it off on his hand. How is this possible? This is possible because fire takes some time to burn you off. And before that time, if you lose your contact with fire, you will not get burnt. As simple as that. Hanumanji would fly so fast that before the sun would burn him, he would take the sun into his mouth. But the sun is so vast. And it is said by science that one of the, dot seen on the sun is million times more bigger than the earth. Earth is the product of sun. So sun is such a vast existence, such a vast thing. And earth is nothing, it is just one atom in front of the sun. And Hanumanji is a small baby on the earth. How can this big sun be galloped, swallowed by Hanumanji? It's simple. Sun is all gases, just fuel. Liquid and gases which are burning. You have to understand the Ishavasya Upanishad to understand that. Ishavasya Upanishad says that the sun is ambrosia and the mouth of ambrosia is covered with the golden lid. Sun, remove your rays and let me look at your true form. Ishavasya Upanishad is talking about God. If you see this whole universe or countless universes, they are just the reflection, the glow, the illusion of God. And what is God? If you can see beyond illusion, you will see God. What is that which is beyond God, which is beyond illusion? That is nothingness, emptiness, hollowness. In that nothingness, in that emptiness, in that hollowness is everything. Everything has come out from its glow. So that is God. So the sun is nothingness within. The fire is just to blind you. But if you fight fast before the fire can burn you, and if you swallow it, it is just nothingness. You swallow nothingness. And when you swallow nothingness, you become nothingness. So that wasn't allowed. So all the deities, they told him that you come on, you throw out the sun. You have swallowed the sun. Means you have taken education from the sun. You have swallowed the sun. You have grasped everything. But that's not allowed. You have to keep the sun for us. You vomit it. We'll talk about this. And you let go the sun. Second line says that Prabhu Mudrika Meli Mukumai Jaldi Land Gaya Charajanayi. Mudrika means name, Mudrika means ring, Mudrika means rubber stamp, Mudrika means a sign, a signature. In olden days, the kings would keep their rubber stamp, their signature in their ring, and they would just punch it on the papers they would want to sign. And no one was allowed to use the duplicate ring of VVIPs or earls. So Ram trusted Hanumanji so much that he gave this ring, which the king or the royal would not give to anyone. He gave this ring to Hanumanji. So even if you have received the name, the Diksha of God, God is so compassionate that He has given you His rubber stamp, His signature. Use it for the benefit of yourself and the whole creation, like Hanumanji did. And if you keep the name chanting of God in your mouth, you will you will bypass this endless ocean of creation and you will go to enlightenment. What is this jumping from India to Sri Lanka? It's nothing. It wasn't a great task to perform for Hanumanji. So it is said, by keeping the name of God in your mouth, you jumped from India to Sri Lanka. It's not a great, shock. It's not a great amusement. Jaldi laan de gaya achraj nahi. It's not a big deal that you jumped off to Lanka. If you have got mantra diksha, use that name very powerfully. I'll tell you one story to explain this very well. There was once a kiosk somewhere. And so Lord Shiva sent his vehicle, his bodyguard, Nandi, the bull, the yak, to straighten people over there. Some demons and some planets were causing some problem. So Nandi went over there and Nandi keeps chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And he beat off everyone. And he was just telling them, just be proper or else you will face more punishment. Then one of the planet realized that he is constantly chanting the name of his Lord, Om Namah Shivaya. And so we cannot defeat him. If we make him stop chanting, we can defeat him. They started saying, okay, Nandi, you are so great, you are so powerful, you defeated us all, we are so powerful, you defeated all the planets, all the demons. So Nandi was little taken away by it and he stopped chanting and then they tied him. But till he was chanting, no one would take over him. What was he chanting? Om Namah Shivaya. Namah means no means no. Ma means me. I'm not me now. I'm Shiva. Namah Shivaya. Now I'm not Nandi. Now I'm not me. I'm Shiva. And he won over all the demons. Who is there in this planet who can win over Shiva in a war? No one. No one could win over him when he was chanting Om Namah Shivaya. Once he stopped chanting, he was defeated. As per the Tantra scriptures, as per the Puranic scriptures, there are three beings mentioned who constantly chant mantra. One is Umananda Bhairav. He constantly keeps chanting Shiv, 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 Shiv. And Lord Hanuman, he constantly keeps on chanting Ram, 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 doing everything that he is doing, listening to Rama Katha, serving Rama, helping people. He keeps on chanting Ram, 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 Ram. That is the strength of Hanuman. And third is the Nandi, vehicle of Shiva. He keeps chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I know people who have done this kind of chanting. One of my disciple, he took the Diksha of Mantra Ram from me. His name is Bhupat Bhai. He's an accountant. And having the counting machine in his hand like this, he keeps chanting Ram, 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 Ram. Continues. While he's traveling by train, while he's writing accounts, he's filing returns, whatever he's doing, he keeps chanting Ram, 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 Ram. A time came when the sound of Ram, he would chant in his mind, but the sound of Ram started coming from each and every atom of his body. Even if you go near him, if you pass him, you will listen to the sound Ram, 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 Ram. And not only me, many people have witnessed this. In this world, in Kali Yuga, and if he is free from the cycle of birth and death, if he is free from this endless ocean of this creation, and if he reaches enlightenment, it won't be of a great wonder to anyone. Like Tulsidas has said, by keeping the name of God in your mouth, you jumped off the ocean. It's not a big thing, it's of shock. It's very easy for you because you had the name of Rama. Rama gave him the ring that when you go to Lanka, when you find Sita, you show her my ring. And when you will show her my ring, she will recognize you. Or you will recognize her. And there were no pockets at that time, so he put the ring in his mouth. Ram trusted him with his ring. God has trusted us, given us a guru who has given us a name. We have to keep chanting it. Prabhu Mudrika Mali Mukmain, keeping the name, the rubber stamp, the ring of God in your mouth. Jaldi land gaya acharaj. You jumped off the ocean of creation. It's not a big deal for you. You can easily do it. You have easily done it. So this is for today. Tomorrow maybe we will discuss the same thing or the next line. We will see tomorrow. Hari Aum Tatsat.